Hey everybody, Graham here with the latest updates on the beta pre-launch of We Share Abundance. And I am earlier than yesterday, but still a little bit late. I apologize. First things first, it is May the 30th, 2021, but I need to check that I'm broadcasting. So I'm going to the Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly to make sure that things are as they should be. And here we go. It looks like May the 30th. Yep, all good. And we've got comments as well. All working great. Okay, so we've got Dave Jackson ahead of Russ Cowley in the comments, both from the UK. And then we've got India in very early. Welcome, Suchitra, and welcome everybody, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. You are equally welcome, but I can only respond to the comments on Facebook because I don't see them on the other programs. Sometimes, let me just check. Sometimes we see them. And today is one of those occasions, one of those times where we are actually seeing people on YouTube. So we've got India and Nigeria in YouTube. I'll come back there and answer any questions that there are later. Okay, and we've got Manchester in the house. Manchester, UK. I hope it's as sunny there as it is here. It's been a beautiful day. Lots of people on the beach. Lovely to see crowded streets of tourists and people enjoying themselves this holiday weekend. Suriname, Burundi. More from the UK, then South Africa, Mauritius, India, Canada. Hello, everybody from somewhere with a nice looking map, but I'm not sure where it's from. Werner, I know is Netherlands. Happy Sunday, everyone, from a beautiful sunny day in Canada there from Chris Snow. So we've got beautiful sunny day, miles and miles apart. Over 3,000 miles apart, UK and Canada, the sun is shining, and Nigeria. And I hope the sun is shining for you in your mind, even if it's raining and cold, okay? So there we go. And Pakistan just arrived. And Kingsley said it's very sunny in Manchester as well, which makes a change for Manchester. I know I was born there. Okay. When we first fostered some children from El Salvador many years ago, we brought them from El Salvador, where the sun shines every day, you know. And they came to Manchester, and I think it was in February, and it was not particularly cold, but it wasn't hot either, but it was grey. And we didn't realize, or I personally didn't realize, and it was grey and cloudy day after day after day. And then one day, the sun shone. And it wasn't something, as I say, that I'd noticed. I'm used to it just being cloudy. But one day the sun was there, and the youngest girl that we fostered, she was so excited. She said, "Look, the sun, the sun." And it made us realise just what it can be like in Manchester. You can go for days and days with it just being cloudy and grey, and then you've learned to appreciate instead of taking for granted, hopefully, the sunny days when they come. And that's the same with life, isn't it? If we didn't have the dark days, we wouldn't have the sunny days in life, and it would be all very boring. But this is the duality of the world. And we've got to always seek out the sunshine, seek out the good rather than the bad. There's always going to be the rainy days, and there's always going to be the bad and the evil, but we've got to look for the good and the pure. And if we do that, we'll enjoy life better. Okay, we'll have a better life. Right, where are we? Nigeria. And Nigeria, I think, is Pakistan as well. Okay, so having got this far, let's get started with a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless this community, that all the members' hearts be filled with unconditional love, and that through that love they may find the joy of service, and through that service they may attract into their lives everything that they want and need. Amen. Okay, so right, let me have a little sip of water. Seem to be a bit that's nice. I've had a very good day today. I decided that I'm going to do less, particularly on Sundays. Not so much through the week, but particularly on Sundays. And so I only worked till, time would it be? About 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that today. And then we went out for a walk and we came back and I cooked a meal and we ate the meal and took the dog for another walk and just generally enjoyed having an afternoon off. And then I came back here about 6:30. Had a little bit of a nap in between as well. Came back here about 6:30 to get some numbers out for you. I've got the numbers here for you. And I'll be back into relaxation mode when we finish here. So I've had a really nice day. Okay. Just wondering where we're up to. What I do? Okay, development. No changes. And because I've had a relaxing day, I've not even chased Rowit up, but I must do that. I'll do that after this. See where we are with the KYC module and a few other things. And I'll see if I can get hold of Mugen as well, see what he's up to. So I'll do that when we finish here, and perhaps I'll have some news for you tomorrow. There's no news on the development of We Share Abundance because Devyani takes Sundays off as well. On the support side, we're pretty much up to date. The support teams do a great job. I've not sent any mail or messages out today generally, but I did send out messages to the people that are looking for that freedom lifestyle. I put together the best offer that I could for the Thinking into Results course, and I got permission to discount it quite highly, and we've had about half of them, I think, taken up so far because I can only do it for a limited amount. But what we're doing there is the Thinking into Riches course. It is, as I say, heavily discounted, but even so, we're covering any cost to you by adding whatever that is into your US dollar wallet in We Share Abundance, in the same way that we do for On Passive and for the Self-Realization Fellowship lessons. And also, I'm setting up a site. Can't remember the name of the site now. It's something similar to Thinking into Results. It's thinkingintoreality.com. Setting up a site there, and it will have an affiliate program attached to it, where we'll pay 25% to anybody that refers anybody to any of the programs that'll be on there. At the moment, it's got hardly anything there. It's just got this offer for thinking into results for the group that are there. So if you want to see the offer and you're not in that group on that mailing list, that's where you'll find it. It's in Thinking Into Reality, all one word or no spaces in between.com. And for those of you that think the course is too expensive or that you can't afford it, you're the people that need it more than anybody. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And I know that it is perhaps out of the reach of some people in some countries, but it should be at the price that it's at, within the reach of anybody that is at a stable economic level in any country, and certainly in places like North America, Europe, Australasia. And it's an amazing course. It's life-changing. I love it. And it's why I invested a lot of money to be able to bring that course to you and do it at in the best possible terms as well, because you can even pay for it over 6 months. Okay, so there we are. Where are we now? We got more from the UK in Doncaster. It'll probably be sunny there too, because that's the sunny side of the UK, on that eastern side of the Pennines, where I was before. Why do people move from sunny side to the wet side? I don't know. Well, I do know. It's to be near the sea here. It's beautiful scenery, even when it's raining or even when it's misty. And we've got the capital of Scotland in the house as well, in Edinburgh, just arrived. Right, so that basically covers the what's been going on in support and development today, which is not a lot. Well, when I say not a lot, the support team, of course, I'm not sure how many tickets they've answered, but I know that they cleared them all up, and deposit requests and things like that. I had a valued member come to me and wanted me to not pay any unlimited amount in withdrawals next month. He said he thought that it would crash the price of the Visa token even more, possibly down into cents. And that will happen even if we limited it to $2, because we would get so many people putting in requests. Probably 10,000 people will put in requests and get paid in Visa tokens, and the majority of them won't understand the economics of the thing, and they'll battle to sell their tokens at lower and lower prices, even though the demand for the tokens isn't there, and the price will fall for the Visa tokens initially, and it will go down. How far, I don't know. The more sensible people are, the less it'll go down, and yet we know that a lot of people won't understand what's going on and will force the price down, and there's nothing we can do to avoid that. And limiting the value of the payments wouldn't do anything, because even if we only paid people 1 cent each, and there were 10,000 people with 1 cent, most of those people would be battling for that first sale under everybody else and be pushing the price down because of it. It's the number of people rather than the value of the payments that we make that's going to affect things. And that is the reason why we have a dual token system now. We can protect the value of one token and yet pay out everybody that wants to be paid out in the other token, which is what people have been clamoring for. You know, why don't you just pay us in Visa tokens? Well, now you can get paid in Visa tokens. And will it improve things for you? I don't think it will. But it's what you've asked for, and it's your community. And so it's there. But those that have more insight, people like you guys that are on this call, and make sure all your downlines know about it, you will have protected, your assets will be protected as we build the liquidity for that asset in Visa Abundance tokens. And gradually, as that liquidity increases, then we'll be back up on the plan that we were on with Visa tokens in keeping the value and the liquidity matched. We will gradually increase both the liquidity and the value. But the liquidity is the most important. That's one of the things we've learned in this 12 months of pre-launch. We must improve the liquidity, and that's why we need this new site, so that we can add things in that will increase the liquidity. We're not going to be changing things. The things that we have now will be in the new site. It'll be the same, except that we will have the power in that new site, the ability, the strength in the coding to be able to add things in. We couldn't possibly add the things in that I want to do onto the existing site. It would crash the site. So that is the main purpose of the new site. It'll be faster and better in other ways as well. But from point of view of changes, it won't be changes so much as additions. There will be additions to the new site, and those will be targeting increased liquidity, primarily in Visa Abundance tokens, and then in Visa tokens as well. So that's a little bit more on what's going on there. And so we're into the numbers, I think. Okay, where are we? We had Edinburgh, and we got more from Nigeria, and we've got Magdi in the Philippines, stranded. Hello, Graham. Magdi from Egypt and Australia, and currently in the Philippines, stranded. Yeah, I thought you lived there anyway, Magdi. But it's not a bad place to be stranded, I suppose. And we got more from Nigeria and Trinidad and Tobago. Hi there. And Magdi says, I'm not withdrawing any Visa tokens, they're too precious. Yeah, and they're going to be more and more precious. And the liquidity we will be building. That's the important thing. We've got to increase the demand. It'll be interesting to see how another program that gives tokens away in the same way that we do, another free program, we're totally free, they're totally free. Hashing Out Space is going to deal with a Asimi token. They've hired a crypto economist to tell them a lot of things which I would expect any crypto economist to say about any coin. I think they probably wasted the money, but let's see if it works. Let's see if they can push the value of the Asimi token back up, because at the moment it's down at 1 cent, which is not good for Hashing Out Space, and it's not good for people that hold Asimi tokens. So hopefully it will have some effect, but I'm not convinced. I think you've got to increase the demand. If the demand's not there, it doesn't matter what you do with the token, and whether you burn tokens, whether you limit the supply, whatever you do, it won't matter unless the demand is there for the tokens. The demand controls the liquidity. And so we've got to work our little socks off on increasing the demand for our tokens beyond our existing and strong core that we have now. We've got to expand that core so that we increase the demand internally, but we've also got to go out beyond that and expand and increase the demand outside of our little core. Whether that little core is what we've got now, 20-odd thousand, or whether it's 5 million. Of course, that'll have made a big difference anyway by the time we get there in a couple of years' time. But we need to go beyond that as well, and share what we have and share the benefits of the Visa token, so that we get that demand up, we get the trading volume up into the millions of dollars a day instead of a few dollars a day. We're only a few $1,000s in a month currently. We need to get into tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and then millions of dollars on a daily basis. And when we achieve that, that is when we're going to have that liquidity. And that's what we've got to plan for, and we've got to work for as a community. And that will bring everybody everything that they want. And it will help us achieve our mission and goals and fighting poverty on a global scale. I've rewritten our mission a little bit. I'm still working on it. It's basically the same, but the We Share Abundance mission is to fight poverty on a global scale by building a community of like-minded people who seek more than just material gains. A community built around loving service to others, creating a sustainable economy, helping over 100 million families find hope and extra income. This economy will also raise cash for charitable works focused on curing the causes of suffering rather than treating the symptoms. So it's changed slightly, but it's the same in essence. And I may rewrite it more. And of course, this will be going on the new site. And I've got notes under there, and I think I put this in the group. Poverty is a state of mind in accepting the reality of a current situation rather than using God's gift of choice to use thought and imagination to create a new reality of prosperity. You see, what we think, what we really think and truly believe, we create personally and as a group, globally. And if you look at the situation you're in and you say, I'm poor and this is a poor country and I'm one of the poor people in it, and we experience poverty and live in poverty, you're not going to change your situation, because you are accepting what is there as your reality, and that's it, finished. But if you think beyond that, if you say, I'm not accepting that, I'm one of God's children, I'm perfect, and I know no lack, and I have abundance showered upon me, and money flows to me in ever increasing quantities from multiple sources on a daily basis. And you get that into your mind so much that it becomes a part of your whole body, your whole being. The universe must deliver that to you. That is one of the natural laws. That's a law as natural as the law of gravity that keeps the planets in orbit, makes things that you drop fall to the ground. It's a natural law. It's a natural law. Like if you plant a seed and you look after it and you water it well, it'll sprout and grow into whatever plant it is. And if you put it into dry, arid soil and leave it and never do anything with it, it'll just remain dormant. Your thoughts need to be planted in a fertile base, and they need to be cared and watered and tended so that they can grow into the reality of that thought. Okay, how can I get out of here? There we go. Right. How can we increase the demand of Weezer in the world? There's lots of ways at the moment. Basically, there are only two ways. That's asking people to invest and asking people to buy advertising in Multiply Weezer. And we're not doing a very good job on that last one or the first one. We're not doing a good job on either of those as a community. And I'll give you the numbers on that in a moment. Magdi says his wife's a Filipina. Okay. Muscat in the capital of Oman, adjoining Dubai. Okay, geography lesson for us all there. And I let my tokens root on my Weezer account still till the next 5 years. It's the time of harvest, I think. Yeah, I'm optimistic that the time of harvest will be sooner than 5 years, but it's not going to be 5 weeks or 5 months when we reap the benefits. Okay. If you've got a little sprout and it's shooting and you chop it off to eat it, that's it. It's killed it. So Will's got the right idea, but I think that 5 years is longer than it's going to take. What are the numbers? Let's give you some numbers. Let me have a sip before we do that. Excuse me. Okay. Our net registrations are down 41. We now have 53,471 registered members. Why does it go down? Because we remove inactive members on a daily basis, twice a day, in fact, which prevents me from knowing the proper registration numbers. But that's what happens. The active members, and these are the people that have logged in into their accounts on average over the last few completed days, is down 261 to 23,358. 23,358. And the number of pool ones staked, the number of members that have staked pool one is up by 17. Some of these figures appear contradictory, but it's the staking of the pools that shows our strength and that we are actually growing. And the elite membership is up 15 as a net figure. Okay, so the people we take out, some of them had pool one, some of them had pool six, but their stakes had expired, so we just removed them. They didn't renew their stakes, and they've gone. So these are net increases of 17 in pool one and 15 in elite memberships. Site ranking is down, and this is an indication of how well we are promoting things here, and it's been going down for a while, which is an indication of the fact that we're not promoting enough for a while. But I'm sure that will pick up with the new site when we've got more things to offer, and some of them are very exciting. So the site ranking is down by 10 for We Share Abundance and down by 101 for Multiply Weezer. And that isn't any surprise to me at all, because we've seen the figures for the new memberships and things, and I'll be giving you those in a moment. once we got past the coin ranking. And the coin ranking for WISA on coin ranking was $1.03. So that's down quite a big percentage, not an awful lot in terms of cash, but 45 cents is almost a third. So it's down about 30% on yesterday. And this is before we start paying people out next month. And even 1,000 people getting $1 each is going to move that down further, because they will get into that dog-eat-dog situation, undercutting one another, selling for whatever they can get, and foolishly they'll be pushing the price down and shooting themselves in the foot because they don't get educated. They don't come to these lives. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand the whole business of the economics around this. But we will get a bottoming out sometime next month, because we'll have so many tokens out there that people will either say, okay, I'm not selling at that price and stick with them, or they will have sold them at crazy low prices. The same member that asked me to limit the number of tokens that we would pay out next month asked me if I was going to buy back the tokens, and frankly, I don't have any money, so there's no way that we'll be buying back the tokens, or me personally anyway, or as a community. We just don't have funds to do that. Maybe things, well, I'm sure things will change with the new site and the paid plan and the different systems that we're adding in. That is hopefully going to free me up a little bit from subsidizing We Share Abundance, and then I will be able to take advantage of these low prices that are going to be around and be able to buy some tokens, and that in turn, will help things. Okay, so it was 103 in coin ranking. It was showing actually a bit better than that. It was showing at 131 in Waves. When you look in the Waves portfolio, it was showing at $1.31. But coin ranking is probably more accurate. That's averaged against all the different tokens. And in Waves, I think it's just against the Waves token. The volume was only 2,364. And as I say, that is something that we've got to push up. We've got to push that volume up. We've got to increase the demand. 2,364 is like nothing. We've got to get, first of all, to 10 times that on a regular basis, 23,000. And then we've got to go 10 times more to 230,000 on a daily basis. And then we've got to go 10 times more to 2 million on a daily basis. We've got to really crank this up, and it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. The WISA Abundance token why have I got? Oh yeah, because we got the back office was showing at $119.28. And in Waves portfolio, we're showing at $119.20. So those are pretty much in line. And the coin ranking for WISA was actually up 9 places to 1,048. It's still 500 lower than it was, but it is up a little bit, 9 places. Okay. Multiply WISA, and this is where we can help the WISA token. We've got to sell the advertising on the Multiply WISA site. But we only had 17 new email verified registrations in the last 24 hours, and only 6 new people that bought advertising. So there's only 6 people that we introduced out of a team of over 12,000 people. And it just means that people aren't doing anything. You've got to get out there and sell this advertising. If everybody just sold one ad pack, even at the $2 level, is it $2? No, it's $3, isn't it? $3 is the minimum, I think. Even at the $3 level, 12,000 at $3, $36,000 dollars worth of Visa tokens being sold, and that would make a big difference, a huge difference in what we have now. But for 12,000 people to sell 6 ad packs is non-existent, really, isn't it? It's non-existent. And the bonus pool there is $7,470, which is up just $13 on the day, the last 24 hours. Okay, where are we? Let's see if I can find, I remember seeing Will Frank there about his tokens and the harvest in 5 years. And then we've got more Pakistan and Nigeria. And we've got people saying happy Sunday. Yeah. Sunday, Sabbath, alliteration. Okay. Visa friends, good evening. Jan de Jong, that's from the Netherlands, of course. Jan, how much maximum will be possible next month for withdrawal? You can withdraw whatever you want, Cam. Any amount you want, and we'll pay it in Visa tokens. Nigeria, what help can we do in order to assist people who could not understand this live beta project launch updates due to language barrier? Speak to them in your language. If you've got people that you've introduced that can't speak English, pass the information on to them. I guess it will be hard to get the updates. Yeah, if they don't speak English, actually in YouTube, these all go into YouTube, these updates. If people watch them in YouTube, I think, but I'm not sure, that you can get a transcript. Yeah, I think there's an option to get a transcript of the broadcast. And if that is so, then you should be able to get a translation of it as well. But I'm not sure that is there. But I know there used to be a transcript that you could get, and you could actually download it. But they're changing things all the time, and I don't keep up to date, so I don't know. But somebody that's more conversant with YouTube can perhaps find out and let everybody know in the group if that is possible, because they can then translate it in the same way that you can translate things in group, and you can use Google Translator on the website. So that is an option there. And that pretty much covers things for today. But I'm going to read this to you again. It's something I read every day. I have it stuck up there. And it's from the Ocean of Abundance. Cody's seen a cat or something, I think. Just heard him scrambling across the floor. It's funny, we got a wooden floor, you know, and he sets off, and it's like those cartoon things you see where the legs are all going and nobody moving because they're slipping. It's a bit like that. Anyway, from the Ocean of Abundance. Just as all power lies in his will, so all spiritual and material gifts flow from his boundless abundance. In order to receive his gifts, you must eradicate from your mind all thoughts of limitation and poverty. Universal mind is perfect and knows no lack. To reach that never-failing supply, you must maintain a consciousness of abundance. Even when you do not know where the next dollar is coming from, you should refuse to be apprehensive. When you do your part and rely on God to do his, you will find that mysterious forces come to your aid and that your constructive wishes soon materialize. This confidence and consciousness of abundance are attained through meditation. And if you've never done any meditation or you've not tried meditation, go to the manifest link on the main website, and there are some guided meditations that you can get there. And there are also a link to the SRF lessons, which you can get depending on where you are for different prices. But the most anybody ever pays, I think, is $99. That's in the UK and the United States. I know in India it's about $10, and it's probably a low price also in places like Nigeria, but I don't know because I'm not there and I've only bought them in the UK, and I've only paid out people that have paid either $99 like in Europe or the States, or people in India that have taken the lessons and they've paid $10. So keep that keep that abundant mindset. The subtitles in different languages. There are subtitles in different languages on YouTube. Somebody said there, that's Michael Maria Kerr, says that there are subtitles in different languages. So I don't know how you get them or anything, because I'm, you know me, I'm not very technical, but I'm sure somebody can let you know. Please tell us that the new prepaid site will be separate from WeSubundance. Like the paid version is what we've called the hybrid plan, because we're two things on the same site. It'll be on the same site, but they will be separate in the way that they operate. The free plan will always be free, the paid plan will always be paid, and they will have separate rules applied to them. You'll see it all when it comes out. We don't need a different site, because it'll all be on the one site. Anybody that's in the paid plan will automatically be in the free plan. People that are in the free plan have the option to be in the paid plan. It's purely an option. Okay. Right. And we've got Noma Nakala Senda, who's just arrived. So welcome, Noma. But I'm afraid you've arrived at the time when I'm going. Let me just check now in the Melon app, because I know we were getting YouTube comments there today. Very rare this happens, but we're getting them today. So let me just go through them and see. We've got Mary DePisi in there. She's from the States, I'm sure. Next month withdraw paid in Visa token about WeShare. Is it true? You will have the option. It's up to you. You can have Visa token or Bitcoin. Mary DeBeasy, yes, USA. I knew it was. Stephen Chen, lovely evening. Not sure where Stephen's from. Good morning from somebody there. So they must be, where are we now? 8 o'clock for somewhere east of India, I would think, saying good morning. In fact, from India, I've just seen it. Victoria Lisa is from Nigeria, I'm sure, and Archangel from Morocco. Got some foreign comments there, which hopefully are polite and not derogatory. More from Nigeria and Ghana. Alito de Papa says, please type your question in English here to get answers. Yeah, dead right. Wahid from Pakistan is in as well. Okay, I don't see any questions there other than the one I've answered. So that's it from me. Until tomorrow. Tomorrow being Monday, it's also the last day of the month. I'm not sure we're going to get an awful lot of development done, because Devyani likes to make sure things are going to work right for the day when we allocate our free lottery prizes. The biggest prize it'll be on Tuesday, is likely to be over $90,000. Free lottery. Okay. Get in there, okay. And we've got Somebody, JD from South Africa, arriving late. Yeah, arriving late, but you'll be able to watch the replay. God bless you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. And we'll see what we've got done in development. God bless. See you tomorrow. Share love, share abundance, be caring.